and welcome to the Internet News. I'm Davis.
And I'm Dennis, and this is the weekly show where we take a look at the latest YouTube drama and tea in a short and easy to digest format. We're a bit like digestive biscuits, except we don't taste as good probably, even with milk. And I know, I would know.
Sure. This is a fantastic genre of content to be in.
Yes.
So great that one of our favorite YouTubers, Donna from Psych IRL, recently tweeted, "There's a market out there on YouTube for covering TikTok drama. The videos that cover these stories currently are super boring. If that sounds like your thing, jump on that."
So if you're into super boring content, make sure to smash the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already.
And be sure to comment your thoughts on any of the stories that we're covering this week.
And now, several weeks ago, what happened?
Well, we reported on a number of unsavory TikToker items, including Tony Lopez. Tut. He's done many nasty things, and now even more unfortunate allegations have been made against him. Dennis, do you want to tell everyone more about it?
I don't want to talk about my dear Tone. I still haven't forgiven him for what he's done.
What do you think he's done, Dennis?
Well, Tone's been a good, honourable influencer who's known for talking to his fans. He really talks to them. He thanks them for watching his live streams, by adding them on Snapchat and then sending pictures of himself and even messaging them first. And yet, it's been 2 weeks since I last messaged him and he still hasn't replied. Hasn't even left me on scene.
Dennis, did you learn nothing from our previous stories about him? Because we previously reported that he's been sending a 15-year-old fan lewd pictures of himself while also pressuring her to send photos of herself back. Now, does that sound like someone to look up to?
This doesn't sound like him. He's more of a silent type, like an old wise man of the village who's also mute. So why do people come up to him for advice? I have no idea. But unless we have more evidence, I don't want to call him out. Not my dear Tone.
Well, Dennis, the last time we spoke of him, 3 victims had already come out, and now just recently a 4th came out as well to Def Noodles on Twitter. She describes an encounter with him before he became TikTok famous, when he was 18 and she was 14. He first messaged her after they started talking on YouNow, and after sending lots of compliments, he began begging for pictures. Now, not normal pictures, rather naughty ones. He also asked her to fly over to meet him, in which she replied that she couldn't because she was 14 and parents don't generally give their 14-year-olds money in order to fly to the other side of the country to meet up with a strange older man of whom they've never met and just seen each other on the internet.
Really, Davis? Well, I guess you learn something every day? Well, I do feel for my dear Tones. I feel he's atoned for his sins because now he's done an apology and is very thought-provoking, very sincere. In fact, I think we should go through it together, then we can forgive him together because forgiveness is next to godliness.
Dennis, I'm not sure about that last bit.
He says, "I'm not proud of my past choices and actions I have made. I am truly disappointed in myself for them."
Well, that's not too bad a start.
I am still new to entertainment/LA scene. I am quickly learning that you can't believe everything that you're told.
What? So what he's saying is that because he's new to TikTok stardom, he was unsure of whether the laws around the age of consent and the distribution of revealing pictures of underage people applied to him?
Maybe, but more importantly, he implies that he was lied to. He's the real victim, okay? These nasty, scheming, underage people lied to him about their age, for clout probably. Once I found out the truth, I immediately stopped. I will hold myself responsible for this mistake. See, he's taking responsibility, even though it's not his fault. He's the victim here.
Wow, victim blaming now, are we? Meanwhile, I've read the whole thing, and what I've been able to gather is that he's not sorry at all. Rather, he's only sorry that he's been outed. Never did he directly apologize to the victims, nor did he even acknowledge what he was even apologizing for. He's being deliberately vague, so as few people as possible can make the connection to his actual crimes. He's also attempted to move as much blame as possible away from himself, and has instead blamed his mistakes on something called ignorance, his young age, and most disturbingly, his victims. This half-hearted apology simply is not good enough at best, and grossly misleading, and full of malintent at worst.
Whatever, as far as I'm concerned, there's only one way he can atone for his actions, and that's to reply to my messages. Finally! It's been weeks.
Really, Dennis?
That's the only way.
Okay, anyway, moving on to another story we've previously covered involving Bryce Hall and his parties.
Yes, we are party poopers ready to pop his parties. What did you think I was going to say? Well, we've already expressed deep concern last week when he held a birthday party with over 100 attendees, especially when it was confirmed that Doja Cat, and more likely other LA influencers unknown to be infected with the C virus, were there at the party.
Yikes, and we're not alone in our disapproval. The LAPD had to put an end to one of his parties, and in total, his parties resulted with 30,000 USD, that's US dollars, in fines.
I'm fortunate enough, however, to reveal that Bryce made an apology in his last vlog. He's finally taken responsibility for his actions. So, no harm done. In fact, let's see this clip from his last vlog.
No, I threw kind of like a little party for my 21st birthday a few days ago. It wasn't the most responsible thing in the world to do, especially with everything going on, and I completely understand that, but I'm 21!
It wasn't the most responsible thing to do with everything that's going on. I understand that. And yet he's decided to host a house party with over 100 attendees in a county that gets over 1,000 new C virus cases a day. Yikes.
And that's not it for Bryce. In fact, he's also had a bit of an engagement with Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti. Never did I ever imagine that the mayor of LA, Eric Garcetti himself, would be interacting with disobedient TikTokers, but this is the world we live in, apparently.
Yeah, anyway, after the outrage that followed one of Bryce's parties, Garcetti, whatever, made worldwide news by saying that he had authorized the shut-off of utilities at homes in the Hollywood Hills, area that held events that violated the city's C-virus social distancing orders. And there was no question as to which house he had in mind.
Your house, Davis. After multiple warnings leading up to Bryce's 21st birthday party that we covered last week, the Mayor Garcetti issued a statement this week proclaiming that Bryce's rented mansion has turned into a nightclub in the hills, hosting large gatherings in flagrant violation of our public health orders. The city has now disconnected the utilities at this home to stop these parties that endanger our community.
And how did they respond? Well, with a shirtless TikTok, of course.
Of course, how else would you respond, Davis? You would have done the same. So Bryce, so far this week, has been visited by the LAPD, been fined $30,000, had his utilities turned off, personally by the mayor. What could possibly make his week worse?
Well, how does having his bail revoked and being sent back to Texas sound?
Oh my, to Texas? That would do it.
Yeah, so let's recall back in May, Bryce Hall, along with much of the Sway House, took a road trip while smoking marijuana in the vehicle that they were traveling in.
And where do they go to? Drug-loving Texas, of course. So of course they were promptly arrested and let out on bail. However, their bail came with the condition that it could be revoked if they were to engage in immoral activities.
Yes, Def Noodles reports that LA Mayor's office have been communicating with the Texas Lee County, and with their recent immoral parties, they're reportedly looking to revoke the bail, which would have led Bryce and fellow Sway House resident Jaden to jail.
Tut tut. So let's sum up this entire calamity surrounding Bryce Hall. His 21st birthday party turned a house in a quiet neighborhood into a nightclub with over 100 attendees, which led the LAPD storming in and the LA County turning off the electricity.
Yeah, the LA County then gave a $30,000 citation to his management company, which Bryce Hall is obligated to pay back. His management company, Talent X, are so impressed with the whole situation that they are actually looking at dropping the entire Sway House. And apparently nobody there even likes Bryce much.
Plus, federal authorities are looking to charging Bryce Hall and the entire Sway House for bioterrorism.
Bioterrorism.
Yikes.
What else is there, Dennis?
Texas wants to revoke Bryce's bail, possibly leading to a stint behind bars.
Ooh,
What else, Savers?
This might be a good thing for Bryce because this Sway House could actually be evicted when COVID eviction freeze laws are lifted.
Yikes! Bryce Hall's income also, according to Def Noodles, has plummeted because no brand would want to ever work with such a problematic creator.
Yeah, and from his latest vlog, we can tell that he doesn't care and doesn't seek to change his arrogant ways.
What are your thoughts on Bryce Hall? Or even the rest of the Sway House? Are they victims of nasty, horrible TikTok drama channels?
Like us.
Or are you on the side of the authorities? Let us know in the comments below.
Also, let us know your thoughts on Tony Lopez. Was his apology enough for you?
And this brings us to the end of this week's internet news.
Yes, make sure to subscribe and like the video if you enjoyed the video. Until next week, goodbye.
Goodbye.